Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-minute warning for the week of September 30th. With the port strike now officially here, shippers are wondering what to do, but we're also going to share some important information about what shippers can expect to see from their truckload and LTL carriers in 2025. Folks, I know this is a big week because a lot of eyes are focused on what's happening at the East Coast ports. With the strike on hand there, a lot of people are wondering, how long will the strike go on? Well, let's move that out of the way by telling you that with the Biden administration having said that they will not invoke Taft-Hartley, the experts that we've talked to said don't be surprised if this strike lasts 2 to 3 weeks. What do? Well, we've addressed that in some previous 2-minute warnings, and that's why we want to move on to some other things that are really important that shippers need to know about. And that is, what should you expect from your LTL and truckload carriers as you head into 2025? Now, in order to answer that question, we've had a ton of meetings with senior executives from several carriers. And here are a couple of key points that each and every shipper should be aware of as you go into 2025, because it could have an impact on your rates. First, each and every carrier has said that they have much better data than their shippers. And the shippers, for most part, don't understand the dimensions down to the inch or the amount of time associated with moving their freight down to the minute. Now, the carriers with ELDs and dimensionalizers do know that information, and they are using that information to price their services. Now, the second thing that they highlighted is to the extent that is possible, your bid should be as specific as it possibly can be. The more specific the bid, the less impact that their insurance factor will come into your rate pricing. What do I mean by an insurance factor? Well, a lot of carriers told us that because they can't be absolutely confident that what the shipper says is going to happen in the RFP is actually going to happen, they put that fudge factor in case they're off. Now, that brings us to another point. Virtually every carrier said, whether it's 90 days or 120 days, they are going to review the pricing associated with that RFP, and they're going to balance that back against the cost structure. They're going to take a look at your operating ratio, and if that operating ratio isn't good, you can expect another discussion with your carriers. And that brings us to a final point. One of the things that the carriers mentioned is that the shippers who use companies like Transacт and other 3PLs generally have an opportunity to do better because we're in the market each and every day. And if you have the right strategy, and folks as sourcing experts, we do have that right strategy, it guarantees that you're going to get the best possible outcome that you can when you conduct that sourcing event. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the tools that we have, or if you're interested in looking at an assessment of your truckload or your LTL to see are there areas where you can tweak some inefficiencies in an effort to lower your cost structure with the carriers, give us a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team. We're here to help. We're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.